Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So if you read some of the headlines out there, NAR, which stands for National Association of Realtors, recently settled a lawsuit, a commission lawsuit for $418 million. So what does that mean? So as part of the settlement, the main thing that NAR, again, National Association of Realtors, basically settled on was that starting in July, listing agents can no longer list what the buyer agency commission is in MLS. Keep in mind, MLS is a private entity that does have to abide by the rules of the National Association of Realtors. So going forward in July, we'll no longer be able to post what that is. That doesn't mean that sellers can't continue paying buyer commission. And most sellers out there, if you speak to them, at the end of the day, the goal is to sell the home. So let's talk about the listing agency form, and then we'll talk about the buyer agency form. So on the listing agency form, there's a section on there for sellers that indicates the percentage they're willing to pay for a buyer agency firm to bring a buyer to their home. That's the most important thing. It's the goal of the seller is to sell their home. On the buyer side, there's a portion on their agency agreement that basically indicates if the seller is not paying a buyer commission, that they're willing and agreeing to pay the portion. Whatever that portion is agreed upon, it's all negotiable in the event the seller is not paying one. The most common example I give people in the past from our experience has typically been for sale by owner. Now, will that change as the market changes? Maybe, we don't know. But at the end of the day, the goal of a seller is still to sell the home, so that doesn't change, and they want people to bring people to see their home. So we're curious to see what your thoughts are on this subject matter, especially our buyers that we've worked with in the past. I do think the major shift that you're going to see in this market is separation between pros and amateurs. We have a lot of part-timers out there in this market. So as I mentioned, no changes today, but we will start seeing the market change in July. I don't think it's gonna move very quickly. It's gonna be a slow needle because at the end of the day, Charlotte continues to be a hot market and sellers want to sell their home. So we'll just continue having this conversation with you guys. I'm really interested to see what your thoughts are. So feel free to email or comment back.